since I tried to love, since I tried to love. It's been so long since I tried to love. It's been so long since I tried to love. It's been so long since I tried to love.
Coleman William Dobbs, I sentence you to 7 years hard labor at the Territorial Prison in Yuma.
You're sending me away for something I didn't do. I'll see you again. I'll see you soon.
See, I was looking for a certain person, the judge.
I can't help with that.
Stay away from Catherine. You don't need the trouble the judge can bring down on you.
I think I know my own mind.
I hear you!
I want to know what you're doing to find my boy. I reported him missing 3 days ago, and I heard hair nor hide from you since.
Calhoun, just calm down.
Don't tell me to calm down, you two-bit tin star.
What happened to that kid? I ain't seen him around here in a while neither.
You know, I ain't neither. They came in one night and each said he weren't scared at all about if the judge found out.
Well, Your Honor, if there's nothing else. I'm growing mighty weary of your ways, Tackett.
Welcome to the Sparkle Show. With us, we have Above Snakes. How are you guys?
Hey,
Sparkle. Great. Okay, so
Great.
this is a Western, and Westerns are really cool, but we don't have a lot of them now. Whose idea was it, let's make a Western?
that guy. It was my idea. Westerns have always been really near and dear to my heart, and I was on a Western series about 10 years ago, and I just loved everything about
Which
it.
series?
It was called Tales of the Frontier, and from what I understand, it's being repackaged, and it's going to be out on the internet pretty soon.
From 10 years ago?
From 10 years
So
ago.
you're 10 years younger?
I am still amazingly look exactly the same. And but it was just something I wanted to do, and it was like on a bucket list, and I was able to financially do it, and so we did it. So I got my buddy Lon, excuse me, Lon and I were in a Western about 8 years ago together, and I was amazed with his acting. So he was the first one that he came in for the audition, and I was like a little kid jumping up and down, yay, you know. There's
Me
Lon,
too.
Lon
He's
Hanna.
dramatic.
Yeah.
He's awesome. So we put it together, and I talked to a young guy who had a little bit of experience, but he'd never directed before. So I asked him if he wanted to direct. I told him I'd cut his allowance in half if he said no. Wow. So there he is.
Wow.
So Tyler took over the directing job. He put together,
Severely.
and he put together his crew, and then we had auditions and put together the crew of the actors. Got some really really good, talented young people, and had a lot of fun playing cowboys.
So you wrote this and he directed it.
Correct. Yeah.
Awesome. And what inspired this particular story? Tell us a little bit about the story and these characters.
Well, the story actually comes from my buddy Dusty Probert. He and I would go to Hollywood a lot for auditions a few years ago. And on the way, we were just kind of talking, and he came up with the story, and I kind of added some stuff in, and it sat in my head for about 10 years. And finally, it just got to the point where I said, you know what, I wanted to do this. We actually I was actually going to help out on an audition for Barry Ritchie, who was doing a movie at the time. So I was helping out with that audition. I thought, well, since we're going to have an audition, I'm just going to audition for this one also. So in the morning we did Barry's auditions, and then in the afternoon we did Above Snakes. And we got a lot of people came out, and
Let's talk about everybody that's doing this. Let's talk about him.
so we'll start off with Lon, and of course Brandon and Rebecca are the three main players. Rebecca plays my daughter. As you can see, there's such a resemblance to start with. Brandon,
I think so.
Brandon plays a guy that was wronged by my character, who's the judge, and Brandon gets thrown in the who's gal and comes back for revenge, and Lon is the sheriff that has to figure out the mystery that surrounds all of us. So.
It's a good story. Our characters have a backstory where we were in the Civil War in the same unit, a Confederate artillery unit, and so I have a soft spot for him, but the old judge can be a little curmudgeonly at times, and he thinks he runs everything, and I think it's my town, so there's a little bit of conflict there.
There's a little bit of a power struggle between them that you see in the movie, of him trying to figure out what's going on and him wanting him to do his bidding, basically. He thinks he runs everything, and the sheriff's getting just a little bit tired of it.
And then in the middle of that, we have the young daughter who's spoiled, rotten.
Rotten to the core.
Not
Nice.
typecasting or anything.
Like Baruch Assault.
And
like that girl.
you know, those characters are the best characters. You know,
Heck yeah.
we love to hate them, and they're just so much fun, and it's so much fun to play.
I
right?
love to play them. Yeah.
What was really cool about Rebecca that she shared with me later on is it's a character that she had never played before. It was totally out of her wheelhouse. And to see her preparation when we were setting up for scenes and to see her dedication to it was amazing. It was awesome, and I was extremely happy with Rebecca on there.
Thanks, Jeff.
And so you owe me $10 for saying all that.
Okay.
stuff.
We're taking out his allowance.
You have to wait until we're off.
But no, she was wonderful. She was really great. It was like she said, it was totally new for her, that character.
Every time she's around, there's just fun going on. You have that vibe.
Absolutely. I used to love
I don't
it.
know if it's fun.
Well, I
mean,
loved just hanging around and watching their scenes. You and Brandon had some wonderful,
Yeah.
wonderful interactions, and I was going, wow. I hope my part hangs together after all
Oh,
this.
please. And we think the same thing about him. And it's funny,
Yeah.
I was with Brandon on the line. That was a lot of the part that made, they were saying, oh, she was like, you were so good, or this or that. It was because Brandon and I, the chemistry that we had was really fun. We were able to make things work that I don't know necessarily if we were different people casted together would have been able to make that chemistry. And I think we really sold what the story needed.
Brandon is the most boring person I've ever met.
The guy
Well,
had-
you
I will, you know,
Brandon, come on, talk to
guys,
us. We
you
love
know,
you.
I'm a
another
hardened.
guy that was kind of out of his comfort zone. In
He's
this
like, well, if
character.
I can get a word
I
in
think
edgewise.
Brandon can handle any situation or role that comes thrown his way. Come on, Brandon, tell us what's up.
I'm a hardened vigilante cowboy anyway, so this was kind of like I didn't do any research. I didn't have to really practice or plan this at all. The lines just came naturally. This is my life anyway, so I mean, you know, it was easy.
Right,
I know I'm the
fucking
fifth choice,
rodeos.
but no,
Gave a
I
whole new meaning to rawhide by the time he was done with that.
no, I second that though. It was
Comedian.
great. It wouldn't have been the same without this cast and crew. So for sure, being in the scenes, I was feeling the same as Lon. I was like, oh man, she's doing so great. I have to like catch up. Like, I have to be there too in this moment and not make silly faces or do improv that make people laugh and break the scene. So you know, that was
Although
my
I was
challenge.
doing that to him when he would do his scenes. He would be in his serious scenes, and then when the camera wouldn't be on me, I'd be going, you know, like making all the.
Oh, boy.
He'd have
Like,
to
don't
go
laugh.
through.
Oh, wait a minute. That's sabotage. What are you doing?
So, Brandon, when you went to the audition, everything at cast, what did you think? What were some of the thoughts going through your head?
Well, I got called last because they're like, we already tried George, we already tried Paul. We just need, anyone else. Are you available? So I didn't actually go to the audition.
Well, that's a huge age range. You had really old men, and then you cast a young one.
Just
How did
kidding.
that happen?
No, they tried for
No,
Eastwood,
honestly, I got a
but
text.
they
I
got
was-
Brandon instead.
I was on a shoot already, and I got a text from Tyler, I think it was, or Jeff. It was maybe one or both of you saying, "Hey, are you interested in this role?" can you send in some tape of you doing this, this cowboy scene? And I'm like, okay, I wonder how funny this is going to be. Like, I've never played a cowboy before. And so I'm like reading the script and I'm like, I think this is serious. And it was cool. The sides you sent me were really cool. So at 1 a.m, I got back from filming at the beach that day, and I put together a tape by myself, because then I don't have a roommate except for children. And I recorded the other part, and then I played along. Yeah, I played along with myself with my own recording, and just thought, as I was doing it, I'm like, yeah, they're not gonna go for this. But
that was actually one of the biggest reasons that was so different than what other people that sent in video auditions did. Was they just read, and then you pause, and then you read your next lines. You basically played both characters and read to yourself.
You use your split personality for the audition?
It was great. Yeah.
And you used your
they're
eyes
on to me.
You used your eyes a lot, which is what really caught my attention, was your facial reactions on that. I don't know if I ever told you that, but you have very
No,
sexy
you guys
eyes.
just kept telling me I was the last choice. Try hard. Just kidding. No, it was cool. I was happy when I got the call.
Brandon, you had told me that you've done mostly comedic things. And
yeah.
I was surprised because your dramatic skills your chops are great too.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah. I was just trying not to ruin it.
Okay, so tell us the whole layout of it, because when everyone hears above snakes, they're thinking, oh my God, snakes, rattlesnakes. Do we see snakes, or is this just all?
The term above snakes is an Old West term meaning just trying to stay alive. You're trying to stay above snakes, just trying to stay above ground. So that's the whole idea, is just trying to stay alive.
So we don't see snakes?
No snakes.
No snakes.
No
actual
Metaphorically.
snakes.
That's what I was like.
No snakes were harmed.
No snakes were harmed.
Metaphorically, there might be a couple.
They're all dead. That's why we don't see them.
That's right.
So you're the spoiled snobby daughter.
Yes.
That's entitled.
Yes.
You are.
The long-suffering sheriff who's just trying to be a good guy.
Aw, I felt bad for you already. That was so good. Is that what you brought into the audition?
Yeah. I brought a poor me attitude.
He's very convincing.
I've got all these young people that are a little flighty in town, with relationship issues and stuff, and I'm always there with a kind word. Of course, nobody takes my word for anything.
So you have the millennials back in the day.
Yeah, right.
There's a lot of other cast members too that couldn't be here, obviously, that are amazing, that have like subplot lines. Like we have Shannon, who is amazing. She's beautiful on camera. She's beautiful in person and spirit. She's great. And we've also got Stephen Haynes, this was his first.
Stephen Haynes, Stephen, if you're watching, and you better be, he stole every scene he is in.
Yeah.
There was one scene when I was watching the rough cut that he ad-libbed. Him and this one were ad-libbing. And I rewound, and it's like 1 a.m, and I'm laughing, waking up the household because these guys are ad-libbing, but it's great.
He's a funny character.
He stole every scene he's in.
Yeah, and we watched him thinking that he had been in multiple movies, and then he's like, oh, this is the first thing I've done. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, it won't be
So we felt we were trying to be in, not competition, in up to par, like you were saying, like trying to follow with everybody's they all brought their A game, I think.
Yeah.
And Joaquin as well, too, and Gracie.
Joaquin was awesome. Joaquin was a very late addition because another young man had the role, and then last year we had all those fires. So he was in the National Guard, and his unit got called up. So we felt terrible, but it just so happened, we were able to get Joaquin, and amazingly, the grace of God made Joaquin and this other young man the same height. And so they were able to wear the same clothing, all fit. So
why couldn't Joaquin be here today? Did you guys invite?
You know what? We didn't invite him because
we love you, Joaquin.
He wants too much money to hang out with us. So
every
time I say come over,
I put that in my contract.
Him and also Gracie Robinson. She was awesome. There's a scene with her and Rebecca that is just great. It's just a great scene.
It's great, Gracie.
And Donna also, who plays the madam, kind of like Miss Kitty on Gunsmoke. Very, very dry wit, and also Donna provided a lot of the costumes for the female, so it was really great for that.
So what is the plan? When do we get to see this?
Well,
that's what we all want to know.
That's the question right now. Hopefully, it with all this COVID-19 thing going on, hopefully it will be done this summer. And the plan is to still have a premiere. There are a couple of companies that are interested already in distribution of it. That hasn't gone anywhere yet. They're just, it's very early spots on that. But hopefully, by midsummer or so, we'll have a premiere and we'll take it from there and see where it goes. It's going to, from a premiere, the plan is to go to some film festivals, and then after that, see if we can get it released. A wonderful thing that I'm got my fingers crossed and just really praying that would happen is that somebody sees it and says, hey, you know what, this is a great Western, I'm enjoying this, here's $50,000, fill it in, so then we
want your
can,
money.
so we've got backstories for everybody, so that we could fill this in and go from there. But that's a Hollywood dream, but if it happens, it happens. So
I hope everybody just gets a laugh. It's entertaining. It's really fun. And the reason we're being very vague is because you're really going to just want to enjoy watching this story and guess what you think's going to happen.
Is this a comedy or is it drama?
It's a very serious
drama. You were saying this was drama.
It is a drama, but it does have
scenes.
It has some very light moments in it.
Yeah.
A scene I had with Brandon, I had one scene with Brandon, and the dude made me laugh, I think, every take.
Brandon, funny.
He walked in and made me laugh, and I blew the whole thing right off the beginning. And it's a serious scene, But he was wonderful in it. But there are light moments all throughout, so, and some serious moments, some very serious moments.
So when you say about someone coming with $50,000, are you thinking of streaming this, or you want to just put it?
I want to fill it out and put in more of the backstory and
like a full feature.
Yeah. Right.
So
right
now it's a.
It's technically considered. It's about an hour, so it's technically considered a feature, but it's a very short feature. So what I would love to see is, us be able to fill out more of Rebecca's story. Why Rebecca is spoiled. More of Lon's backstory. What happened, especially with Brandon. To get to jail. That type of thing. So that would be my goal.
So how was it directing your first film? Tell us about that.
It was super stressful. I've done literally everything else. I've done camera, sound, grip, all that stuff.
That must have been helpful, though, directing.
Yeah, because I knew exactly what each department needed. So I was able to, I'm not one of those guys like, hurry up. Even though we were on a time schedule, but I know what goes into all that stuff. So I guess that helped out a lot. But directing, it was real easy with this cast that we had. They were all so easy to work with. They all knew their characters and knew exactly what I wanted from each scene, and they nailed it just fantastically. And I can't wait to see the final project, everything put together, because it's going to be great. It really is.
Yeah, he at one point, I got choked up on something, and he goes, Lon, not like Captain Kirk. Do it.
Oh, yeah.
Do it like you're, remember that?
Yeah, William Shatner.
I was doing a unit artillery or something like that. He goes, no, Lon, no.
He told me one time, after a scene, he put his arm around me and he said, that was great, it was really good, but do it better. Okay, I'll do my best.
I think, but in all seriousness, I think we were all able to deliver our roles, because every time I'd be like, okay, do you want it this, and he would give every kind of direction like a director of, and then I would do it that way and go, oh, okay, great, and tell me exactly what it was, and that kind of, we got through a lot of scenes because it was able to be a teamwork, and I think that was, you had conversations, he would kind of bring whoever, Brandon, I think too, where he would bring you aside and kind of have our little pep talk about whatever it was about that scene, and then we all just did what we needed to do. So I think that comes a lot with how you directed the movie.
Try to be as specific as possible with each person with what I wanted. And if they did something good, I let them know that they did that scene well, because I want their confidence to be up. I don't want them thinking, that was terrible. Like, no, that was good. We could switch it up a little bit, but you're doing great.
What did you feel about directing a Western? Because it seems like that's his thing. He likes Westerns. Did you even like them, or
I'm not super big into Westerns, but it's something that's different that like no one around here really does.
And that's what's really cool about it. It's something different.
I thought it was a really fun movie, a great script. We talked it over and stuff, and I was just really excited to do something different like that, because all we do is horror movies and suspense stuff here.
Slasher stuff.
Slasher, yeah. So
And that's no shot at you guys out there that do those, by the way.
No, there's
I'm still your friend.
a place for all of that.
Yeah.
But this one, I think you know, as you wrote this one, you gave a lot of good stuff for everybody to do, but it was also something that I lost my train of thought. You were giving us feedback the whole time, and I appreciated the fact that, because I didn't know, I hadn't been in one of these with you guys. We had worked together so long ago that I was really on edge, and you know, you set us at ease really quickly right off the bat, which I appreciate.
Well, Jeff had said too earlier on about me mentioning that it was out of my wheelhouse, the role, and so that coming into being in a Western and doing that, because all of the other things that I love doing are horrors, are slashers, are all of these like suspense emotions. So it was cool to be able to be in a role that I get to do so many different expressions that aren't in that realm, aren't in I'm petrified, you know, or I'm this or that. It was more of like, okay, here's this avenue of how you're going to do this. And I went, oh gosh, I'm so used to one way of doing something. Now I'm having to demonstrate it in a completely different way because my mindset in this character is different. So that was really fun too.
And you had to dye your hair, right?
I did, yes.
How was that whole experience, transforming physically?
I love that though. I mean, I've been blue hair, blonde hair, you know, the rainbow. So it's just... it's just a part of being a rocker and having that type of, you know, aspect about life. So doing red hair was fun. I loved it. I still will go back to red hair at some point.
What was the other issue we had with you?
Oh,
there must have been some other issue.
I don't know, but I know that Amber is a wonderful makeup artist, and
you're
I
giving
applaud
someone
her.
a lot of work.
Excuse me, yes, and I applaud her for all of it. She made my face beautiful. She covered up a lot of things that, you know, they didn't have back in those Western olden days. Yeah.
She always had to have on long sleeves too.
Yeah.
When it's so hot, oh poor baby.
I know, it was great.
But she was great. She was wonderful.
Well, I would know what I was going to say was this is just a great story that could be. It's a great human story that could be set in any era.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it doesn't have to be a Western. Yeah. In other words, you know, this is a great. You know, it's a great drama with a lot of fun stuff along the way. But it could have been written.
That's true.
As a modern piece and held together great. It's just a great story.
Thank you.
If you give us money, we could do Above Androids and do like a futuristic sci-fi version of it. If you have the money, we're in.
Just keep acting. Okay. Stay in the acting lane.
So where should we follow this to know when it's going to come out? Is there a Facebook or Instagram?
There is a Facebook and there is an Instagram page. Both of them are Jeffy Ball Productions, and I've actually been asked a lot what Jeffy Ball means, and in a real quick nutshell,
is this appropriate?
This is appropriate. It goes way back. I'm a big baseball fan, and goes back to the 80s with the Oakland A's and Billy Ball. And I coached Little League. We did some trick plays. We won a game, and my little 8-year-old kids said, "Coach, we were playing some Billy Ball." Another kid said, "No, we were playing Jeffy Ball." So the parents liked that. They got shirts for the coaches that said Jeffy Ball on there. And it's just kind of a nickname that stuck for 40 years. So I was trying to think how long.
I thought that was when you got drafted in the MLB draft back in the day.
Oh, well, that's a whole other story. That's another episode of Sparkle.
That's a whole other episode.
Yeah.
I love this. This is awesome. But we have some great people here that do amazing things. So I want us to do a little bit of a career run. Like, Brandon, tell us about what you do, because you've been in a lot of projects and you're super awesome. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I've worked at Starbucks. I've worked at T-Mobile. It's pretty. I've been acting, I don't know, for 20 years now. I've been writing for a long time. Me and my best friend Pat Dill. You watching?
Shout out to Pat.
Started writing in high school. He wanted to be a director, and I wanted to write, and so we started writing shorts, and been doing that ever since. And so I do, commercials. I've done some improv-y type stuff, and more and more in the last couple of years, I just have learned to say yes to all roles. And so, however different they may be, I like maybe not all roles, maybe not all, but I like mixing it up a bit. And I tend to only get either really, really silly roles where they're like, "Hey, dance monkey," or roles like this where it's super serious and I can't laugh. And I like that. I like that there's a difference that kind of matches my bipolar personality. I do have multiple personalities. That's most actors do, right? Right?
Yes.
Yes.
So yeah.
What's one of the most notable things you've done, like commercial, something we all know you from?
I mean, lately, Deli Delicious. I've been writing and acting in those. I don't know. One of the more memorable stuff is I got to film a little show at Disneyland for the opening of Cars Land in 2012. So I'm still living in the past because that was a lot of fun.
That's still amazing. I think that's wonderful.
It was incredible. And we still meet up. That crew still. We had a Zoom call a couple weeks ago. We still stay in touch, and so I like that whenever I do a film or anything, a short, it kind of creates a little family, and we all get to connect and stay in touch, and it's really good, especially when it's a positive family like this one. So yeah.
Okay, Jeff, tell us about your day job. Come on.
Well, I'm super biomed guy. I work for a wonderful company that is doing a lot of medical equipment, ventilators and whatnot that really came in handy in the last few months. But very, very good company that is, I don't know if I can say multi-medical systems, but they were wonderful enough to let us use their conference room for auditions and some voiceovers that Brandon and I did, and some other stuff like that.
So you're saving lives and making movies.
All at the same time.
That's awesome. Okay, Becca, come on. We all want to hear about what you do.
Well, I'm on the radio, so 7 to midnight, Monday through Saturday. You can catch me on 105.1 The Blaze.
Is it all live?
It is. I'm there. I mean, I don't stay super late, but we'll keep the illusion going that I'm there the whole time. But for a few hours, yes.
So we can crank call you?
No, I turn that off. I make sure people can't call me anymore because weirdos.
So is it a lot of improv too with just having to think on the fly?
Oh no, that's so much fun. It's the music I love to listen to. I have fun people that I work with there, so that's fun to have my day job be still talking, getting to interview people. And
do you choose the music at that time?
I get certain leeway on certain things, but for the most part, that's the program director's job. But don't worry, that's the goal in mind with the career, is that one day I'll be able to get to say I'm the program director.
Yeah, awesome. Well, remember 7 to midnight.
Yes, 105.1 The Blaze. But I also have been just excited for, like you said, I know unfortunately the COVID lockdown situation has kind of caused a halt with everything, and as well with Hollywood, and and I say that in the term as in filming, and just in general people and their productions, and I'll be excited for when that is finished because I do have a few things coming up. I just finished working on the promotion trailer for A Girl Moribund, and it's gotten so many awards from the director, and we're really excited about this. We've pushed it on to make that the feature film, and so I'm excited about that. And then another film that's got an undisclosed title that's working in the Central Valley that will be ready to film and be done, and it's a feature film coming out. So that'll be coming out of the Central Valley as well, and I'll be excited about that. So
yay!
So yay filming once we can be done with all of this stuff, and then
And everybody needs to follow Becca and...
they're going to say guidelines.
Everyone needs to follow Brandon and Becca. So we're going to have your information up so everybody can follow you at all times.
Oh, gosh. Cool. I'm really boring. I'm at my house with my kid most of the time.
We're going to follow you.
Right now, it's just my family. So.
Day job.
I've been working with Tremendum Pictures since 2011. When they first started, we did The Gallows together, where it was just literally 4 of us in the crew running around through a scary theater in the middle of the night. From there, I've done, like I said earlier, pretty much everything in film. I've done camera. I do a lot of sound work now, like grip. So it's just gone on from there. I've done The Gallows, Gallows 2, Zombies, where I met Brandon. Zombies 2.
Yes, that was a lot of fun.
That was a great project. That one was a lot of fun.
Yes.
Yeah, I've just done everything from there. The whole goal is to direct, and I got the opportunity with this one and this amazing cast.
And the next
crew.
one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The next one we have coming up, a comedy. So.
Awesome. That's so much fun.
Yeah.
So you're still working with Tremendum and with Jeffy Ball?
Yeah, whoever hires me.
Whoever's paying the most.
The highest bidder.
Oh, you hear that? There's a bidding war for this man.
Whoever pays the most.
Okay, last but not least, my cowboy. I'm so glad you came dressed today. For
thank you, Sparkle. My name's Lon Hanna, and I'm formerly with the Sons of the San Joaquin, Jack and Joe Hanna, and my dad and my uncle, and have a band of my own. I used to teach school for 20 years, and I'm now retired and hoping to do some more acting. I got to start doing it way back with an Alan Autry picture that Ray Appleton was in, and those guys, and then that little short that you and I did that was a lot of fun. So the more I've gotten my feet wet, the more I find out I love it. So I hope I get to do more. Gonna keep auditioning.
So what did you teach for 20 years?
I taught music to 4th, 5th, and 6th graders. So I had classroom music, and then I would help out with band and orchestra from time to time. So it was down in Visalia, and so was trying to bring up a whole new generation of cowboy fans. So every 4th grader had to learn these cowboy songs with me.
So that brings us to the music. What's going on with the music for Above Snakes?
The music, right now, as a matter of fact, it went yesterday to the composer, and she's going to kill me, but her name escapes me right off the top of my head.
You are so
It's Trisha.
bad.
I can't think what's her last? Yes.
Trisha Minty. She's
Trisha.
done music for my films. So
And she's
great.
She's doing the
You're like, oh,
all
good.
the right. I'm sorry, Trisha. She's doing all the music for scoring the music for the movie, and once that's done, a couple more things, tweaks on it, and we'll be ready to rock and roll, or we'll be ready to country swing.
How come you're into the music for this? You're the music man.
Well, I could come in and play guitar or something, but I'm not primarily a composer. My Uncle Jack wrote all the songs of the Sons of the San Joaquin, and we did lots of covers of other Western artists. But I like doing it. I do have written a few songs that I have out there, but yeah, I'm not a composer as such. So.
Well, thank you guys so much for coming in. We're so excited. I'm pumped about this movie. Is there any parting words, Brandon?
Thank you, Sparkle. That was my parting words. I'm excited to see it. I haven't seen it yet. I've seen a few little scenes here and there, and I think you guys are really going to enjoy it. Really proud of this and being a part of it. Stay tuned. There's some good stuff coming.
Nicely said.
Then you guys said that there was a comedy.
Who did a lot to promote the film was Billy, and I cannot pronounce his last name, but Billy made the posters.
Bernard.
Bernard Gaglu.
Yes.
Sorry, Billy. But he made a poster for it, and that poster just took off like a rocket. And,
he is very talented.
He's very talented, and I think that poster got him more work also, which is wonderful for him. But for the picture itself, it's really put that out in people's mind. So he did wonderful
now
job.
That we're like, oh, a real Western.
He's also in the movie.
He is in the movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
we did.
really?
We did put him in the movie. He's got a couple of.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Mark as well. Mark McPherson.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, right,
He
right.
has a phenomenal
He plays-
role in this too.
Right,
so
he plays the bartender
really
at
good.
Bottles.
Where's he today? Wait a minute.
He's probably home saying, "Why aren't I there too?" But Sparkle only had such
We made a lot of
small
enemies today.
table. So
And I'm spoiled and I get everything else.
Thank you guys so much for being here.
thank you, Sparkle.
Thank you.
Well, thank you.
Thank you,
We're
Sparkle.
excited for it to come out. Can't wait for you guys to see it like Brandon said. It's going to be fun.
Welcome to the Sparkle Show. With us, we have Carla. Oh my gosh, Carla. KZ Treats.
Yes.
I have seen this blow up. All my friends are eating this. I'm like, where is this? Where can I find it? Tell us how you got started making these amazing treats.
So, I did a bodybuilding show last year.
The Fresno Classics?
I did.
Nice.
It was.
How was that?
It was amazing. It was a very fun experience. I get chills just talking about it because just being backstage, it's just something I definitely want to do again. But
Nice.
yeah, I don't have the time right now because
Well,
I'm handling this.
you decided to create some empire, and
Yeah.
I love this story. Tell us how bodybuilding created this.
So when I was prepping for that show, I was starving, craving all these sweets. Sweets are my thing. So I found a bunch of cookie pages on Instagram, and I ordered from a few of them. And when I got the cookies, they weren't what I was expecting.
What were you expecting?
I don't know, something amazing, something that would probably make me cry because I'd been craving it for so long, and it wasn't like that. They were just bland.
So you went around and tried all the different places, and they're like, these are the best cookies, and we're like, okay, I'm gonna go try that one. I'm gonna try this one.
Yeah, I did. It was expensive because, yeah, these cookies are...
To get the
take
good
time.
kind, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I tried them all. I didn't really like a company.
No, be
yeah.
honest, hey.
So I started making my own. And, yeah.
And they
have this
are
now.
interesting. Why aren't people making more cookies like this? That's what drew me to you. I mean,
Right?
it's like- and I was like,
Nobody
it
in
seems...
Fresno makes these. Like, how? Why?
Okay,
Like,
I gotta try one. Can I
Yes,
try this one? Is
yes.
this the one?
That's,
So explain what this is. I'm gonna
That's
show
a
the
cookies and
inside.
cream, and it's open it in the middle.
Oh
like,
my-
Yeah, so it's stuffed with marshmallow
Sorry,
fluff,
people.
and then it's topped with Oreos and white chocolate.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I'm having a party and I want to order this, how do I get a hold of you?
Instagram through direct message. Right now, I'm working on my website, so it's not.
So it's KZ Treats on Instagram.
KZ.treats
KZ.treats.
on Instagram. Yeah.
What if people aren't on Instagram?
I have a Facebook page as well.
Okay.
Same thing. KZ.treats.
KZ.treats. These are so delicious, and this tastes really fresh. So we can. How much notice do you need if we want to order these to get it this fresh? 'Cause it's delicious.
I take orders Friday through Thursday,
Okay.
and I do pickups on the weekend. So if you don't get your order in by Thursday, you have
Pickups
to
that
wait.
people come to you or you go to them?
I do both.
Okay.
People come to me, or we meet up, or if they're on the way to wherever I'm going, I'll just drop off. I need you to try this one though,
Oh.
the Rosie.
You don't have to ask me twice. This is the one.
So I created this Rosie. It's a strawberry brownie.
Mm-hmm.
It has Pop-Tarts in the middle. It has white chocolate. It has marshmallows, Rice
What's on top?
Krispies.
Is that what it
No,
is?
not Rice Krispies. Fruity Pebbles. Fruity Pebbles and white chocolate.
This is like heaven.
That's, I want to say that's my favorite right now. I actually like that Rosie and then the peanut butter cookie. So that one's a brown butter based chocolate chip cookie. So it's has a deep, rich flavor. You need to try that one too.
And what's this one? What's this little baby back
This
here?
is a new one. So this is Party Animal Blondie.
Nice.
So it has M&Ms, colored sprinkles.
And this is a cookie?
That's a blondie, like a brownie.
Okay.
Yeah. And then it has white chocolate on top and a little bit of frosting under that yellow white chocolate.
So the reason I came across you is because you were giving all of my bodybuilding friends, you were giving them all this, and I'm just like, I was very confused here because this isn't what they usually do. They're always eating healthy, and I love this. There's nothing more exciting than
Yeah,
getting the
but
fun
when you're
stuff.
eating healthy, you're deep down inside, you're craving a bomb cookie.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's why I give you guys a lot of credit for doing these shows. But you said, and you ruined it for me when you said you're going to start doing healthy stuff.
Yeah,
And
a
it's
lot of
good.
people. It's a lot of people ask for it. A lot of people are doing keto, and they've been asking for something keto.
How do you make a keto cookie?
I'm working on it. So we
Really?
can't use flour. No flour. Yeah, no grains.
Oh God, so good.
Yeah, so I'm trying to keep it healthy, low calorie, low sugar. So I have my friend helping me. She makes protein keto friendly donuts.
Okay.
And those are through my page. You can order them same way.
I'm so glad you didn't bring those today. So kidding. I just love the sugar.
We're barely.
I love the sweets. I
No,
bring
but
on
they're
the carbs.
really good. You have to try them. They're
I
really
will.
good.
I will. I believe you.
Those healthy options are gonna be at 559 Flex on Kings Canyon. Next
Yeah,
to the
we
GB3.
love Bobby. We're big fans of Bobby over here. So.
And we're also gonna carry them Active Fit meals. They're on
Oh, yeah.
First Denny's.
Mhm.
Yes, so they're both gonna be
Awesome.
carrying our healthy options.
We love all of them. Amir, right? Isn't that the Active Fit meals?
I'm not sure. Today's going to be my first day meeting him.
Oh, wow.
So.
Well, he's awesome. So, I mean, tell him I said hi.
I'm excited.
I know they're great. You know, and it's like, I understand the whole world because, you know, I've been in it. I'm a trainer. And so we eat good, but then we like to have fun. And so when we like to have fun, I really want to have fun. And this is the kind of fun I want to have.
Yes. And then, see, when you're eating healthy, you know, you get your portion of carbs, so our healthy options can be squeezed into your meal plan. They're trainer approved.
Nice. Well,
Yeah.
I believe it of everybody. And then I saw Andy Be Fit, and on her page, I was like,
Yes.
I got to eat this. This is amazing.
Yes, she loves white chocolate, so I made her that Rosie loaded with white chocolate.
Oh my gosh.
That one was a good one.
But okay, so when you started all this, were you at all a baker or not really? Was baking
Yeah,
kind of, you were a little bit?
I'm like a jack of all trades. I'm a photographer. I love
that's why you always
baking.
have good pictures of these.
Yeah. I don't know. I just like to try everything on my own.
Well, that's to try a bodybuilding, a fitness competition. What was it, bikini?
Yes, but I am so not built for bikini. I have like huge legs. So next time we do a bodybuilding show,
It's going to be
probably wellness. Yeah.
How much weight did you drop when you did it?
I want to say about 30 pounds, 35-ish.
And you just stuck with that diet?
Yeah, chicken
Well-
and broccoli for a long time.
I give you so much credit. I mean, people always ask me why I don't do those, and it's just, you know, I'm just not.
It's mentally challenging.
Yeah.
And it's very hard when you have kids.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't want to diet. It's straight up. It's like I love all the fitness components of it, and that's pretty much what I do as a
Yeah.
trainer. But when it comes to whatever fitness competition, I'm there as far as like the physical. But when it comes to the diet, I'm like, I'm
Yeah,
an
I
Armenian
think
girl.
that's
Like,
why I
we
haven't
like to
jumped.
eat.
I haven't jumped back on it because of the diet part.
What did your family think? Were they like, "Wow, you're gonna do what?"
Yeah, it was. It hadn't. I had never even thought about it. I just woke up one day and said, "Hey, I'm gonna."
I love that, and you went for it,
Yeah.
girl.
Yeah.
And now you just went and said, "I can't find a good cookie. I'm gonna learn how to make one. I'm gonna sell it."
And there we go.
So, how much does this cost? So, if I want to have a dozen, half a dozen of this one, how much are we looking?
I don't sell by dozen. I sell per cookie or per brownie.
Oh, okay.
So my cookies are about a third of a pound, the small ones, and those are $5. The half-pound cookies are $8, and the 1-pound cookies are $13. They end up being more than a pound.
So, how much are these that I'm having right now?
So the small ones in the front are
These are the 5 pound,
the third,
the $5.
the 1/3, yeah, the $5 ones, and then the Rosie is a half pound, so that was an $8 one.
And then this is
And that's just a sample. We're still working on that recipe.
So, how much goes it? So, are you making them individually?
I make small batches, so it's very time
So, you'll get like 3 cookies out of a batch.
Out of a batch, I get probably like 8 cookies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
and
that's
then I bake them. I bake them. I have to let them cool, and then I have to top them. Yeah. It's not
that's
just,
a lot of work. But
It
okay, so
is.
what happens if someone just wants one? I mean, do you get stuck with a bunch of a flavor that you're like, well,
No, that's why I make take pre-orders throughout
Okay.
the week, so it's never just one.
or that means that you have to eat the remaining ones and your
I like
kids
that.
and
I
all
like
that.
your thinking. You know what? My kids don't eat the cookies. They like the toppings or
What?
the plain cookie, but the actual thing, no. So it's good. It's
Why?
good.
Why are they not into it? What's their deal?
Sometimes I just like make extra dough and have them like play with it.
But they're just really not into the cookie.
and they're just not into the cookie.
This is the adult cookie.
Maybe. Okay, so they have this thing because I try to eat healthy throughout the week that everything I make is healthy. So I think that's what they think, that my cookies are healthy, but they're not.
Oh my god! So what are we looking at? What you know, since you know all about calories. What when I finish this cookie?
Oh,
how much
no.
am I looking at?
No.
Is that
don't-
1,000?
don't. When you're eating my stuff, you cannot worry about calories.
Is it like 1,000 or is it
I have no idea.
about the cookies? There,
Yeah.
but you do know for these other ones, the healthy cookies. You
Yes,
have
we
to
have
be aware
macros
of, so.
for those. We have macros for those. I believe like the birthday cake one has only like 5 carbs. And yeah.
Oh, that's
We
your
don't have
healthy
them,
one. Well,
yeah.
I want to have that. I love birthday cake. That's one of my favorite flavors,
I'll bring you
actually.
some.
But I also love cookies and cream. That's one of my favorite flavors. So if there's like a wedding or something, are you even accessible? Like, could you do 200 treats if we wanted you to?
Definitely. I just need some.
We'd give you a lot of notice. Okay, so big parties you're open for.
Oh yeah, definitely. And then I'm gonna start doing pop-ups in Fresno, which I'm very excited about, with a friend from Twisted Masala. They're the ones organizing
Is
this.
that Indian food?
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
Okay.
and he has a food
and it's
truck.
around here. It's on Kings Canyon.
He's been doing it on Kings Canyon. It's a church right next to the GB3. So I'll be there this.
Wow. Talk about a double dose of Indian food and then this. That's a lot of
Yeah. It's a lot of amazingness. A lot of amazing.
A lot of amazingness. So that's awesome. So it's an Indian food truck, and so you're gonna take the whatever cookies you choose there and say, hey, this branch is his customers get to know you.
Yeah.
Your customers get to know him.
Yeah.
What day is this? We're doing this?
Thursday, the 28th. I
Okay.
want to say. Yeah.
And you are gonna work with
But
them
yeah.
throughout?
We're going to be working together.
It's gonna
so
be a regular weekend thing? Okay.
Not a weekend thing,
Like
but
every
like a
month.
monthly thing.
Okay, so we really have to follow her on Facebook to
Yes.
really get in on this.
And I do a lot of giveaways. Follow me because, yeah.
Well, that
a lot of giveaways.
that just triggers my.
Free stuff is always good. Yeah, so for these events, I'll have people come take a picture at my booth or at the event, and with anybody. It doesn't have to be me, but they have to tag me so I know they're there. And then I'll just pick a winner from there and give them their free treats.
Your food is fabulous. I still can't even get over this story. Tell us when you started. It was a few months ago, right?
Yeah. So
It's
hasn't
been
even
2020.
It hasn't been that long. I made some when I did the bodybuilding show, but just for like friends and family. And then
So
I
is that how
stopped.
they got addicted to you all of a sudden?
Maybe, yeah.
You're like, hey, this is for my new friend. It's like.
Yeah, I started making them for friends and family, and they started ordering, and yeah, we're
And
growing.
during this time, we're trying to eat. It's so funny because, they've been talking about still kind of trying to keep their diet going. I just saw Andy last month, and then she told me about still trying to keep her diet up. And then I see her with this, and I'm like,
It's
what
hard.
is
Yeah,
going on?
it's hard, especially me baking them. Like, I'm trying to eat healthy, but it's hard. But thanks to like this shelter in place thing is
It kinda
why I
helped
have more time to bake and why it grew so fast.
See, there are some positives that come out of
Yeah,
some hard times.
definitely,
And this
yeah.
was really good. I mean, this is something to look forward to, something fun. And then you said on the weekends is like the pickup.
Yeah.
That's what we work hard for the weekends.
For
huh?
the weekend, right? Yes. Yes. I also do orders for like a special occasion if they need it on a Monday or if they need it for a certain date, but I just need like a 2-week notice. It doesn't have to be on the
So
weekend.
right now, what is your schedule looking like? Are you just like...
It's crazy. Yeah. I don't know. I just get up and go.
And so you have that one girl that you're kind of working with a little bit for the healthy one. Are you thinking of getting some more partners? Because you're only one person. You can only do so many.
Maybe.
The demand is heavy right
I
now.
want everybody to grow. If they can create something, why not help them grow their business? You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. So if I can help my friend, like with her baking the treats and offering them on my page, why not? Like, there's love for everyone. Fresno is huge.
Okay, so what about ice cream cookies? Has anyone
Ice
asked
cream.
for that?
Ooh, no, but that sounds good. That sounds
Is that going to be the
good.
next thing we're going to do?
Yeah,
That-
the ice cream.
And the alcohol-infused cupcakes.
Imagine an ice cream sandwich with 2
Yeah.
of these cookies. Imagine that.
And they were so big in the lunch. I saw the pictures. I wasn't sure if you even had that in there because I could tell these were filled. And I was
Yeah.
like, I wonder if she's filling with the ice cream. I wonder what kind of stuff. How many varieties do you have at this moment? Not the ones you're working on, but at this moment.
I want to say like 8.
Really?
Yeah. So I have red velvet. I have cheesecake stuffed one. S'mores is a popular one.
I love
That one's
s'mores.
really
You just
good.
have to keep coming every weekend.
I have a unicorn cookie, a Nutella stuffed cookie. You can custom make your own cookie.
Have you done any? So what if somebody wants like a cake for like a birthday?
Oh,
What-
okay. I forgot
Okay.
to mention that. I started making cakes and brownie cakes. So it's like a layer of cookie, a layer of brownie, or a layer of blondie, and then same toppings, fresh whipped frosting.
And my birthday was at the end of March. I didn't even get a cake, so I have to make up for this and get one of your.
For sure. You have to
So
try
how
them.
much are we looking at for that? And do you decorate? Like if I wanted you to put happy birthday
Yes,
Mike,
we
you
can
could
do that. You can do colored frosting. For the cakes, they are 6 inches. They are over 3 pounds, and they are $25. $25.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah.
That's all. Wow.
Yep.
This is amazing. And so when do you guys launch it for 559 Flags? When's the date for that?
We are working on that, but I
Because
will,
you have to come up with the healthy one first.
Well, we have them already, but we're not sure.
You're fine tuning it.
Yep. But I'll post all the details as soon as we have them.
And then what about the Flex Factory? You're gonna sell them there?
Hey, I should. I'll contact them.
You're gonna say, hey, this is exactly. Those guys would.
I'm
eat
gonna
them
have to
themselves.
take them some samples.
I could tell those guys that they would be eating it themselves. I don't know if there'd be any left for like us. What's the shelf life on this? So if I want to buy it, if I buy it Friday, I mean, can I eat them up till Wednesday?
You can. So if you leave them out, they're good for a week.
In
you
here,
can
in the box of donuts or whatever. Okay.
You can refrigerate them up to 6 months, or freeze them for like up to a year.
You can really refrigerate them for 6
Yep.
months? Because what kind of cream is in the middle?
There's no cream.
What's
There's
this white goodness?
marshmallow fluff. So yeah,
Oh, that's where the calories came.
And then when we use frosting, it's butter and sugar, so it has a long shelf life. Just keep it in the fridge if you're planning on holding it for longer, freeze it.
So what's next? So is this going to be your full-time thing? The trees? Since you're so busy?
I'm not sure. I really like photography, so I can't just decide on one thing.
And then when you go back to bodybuilding, I mean,
I know,
you
I can't
can
wait.
eat sweets for about, was it a 6 month or 4 months? How
Probably
many-
more. Well, for me, it all depends. It's different for everyone, but
You would really like. You don't have cheat days when you do competitions, right?
you do,
But-
but it's not. It's more of a refeed, not like a go stuff your face
Not a
type of
full-blown
thing. Yeah,
cheat, maybe like a cheat meal. Like, do you get to have sushi one day a week or
yeah.
pizza one day a week?
or a burger.
So
But
that's
probably not this.
So this
yeah,
is not
so-
on the list. This
Not when you're doing a bodybuilding show.
no.
Maybe after.
So who was your guinea pig when you started making them? And like, did you do a lot of stuff before and it fell and failed? And you're like, what is this? And it was weird.
Yeah, it was my mom, my brother, my husband.
Did everyone just get really fat?
No, they didn't. It was like small samples. My husband works hard, so
He burns it.
he burns it. There's no problem. The thing with him is when I ask him if something's good, he always says yes. So
So is your mom a little more honest?
yeah,
That's
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Well, you have to be with us because I mean, yeah. But like baking and everything, this is so fresh and so gooey and so juicy. I would have thought your biggest challenge would be it being dry. So how did you overcome that?
The temperature is key.
Right.
And then the way you mix the ingredients makes a huge difference. You can't just throw stuff in the mixer and no.
Right.
Yeah. Then you end up with dry, crispy cookies.
So it took you a while to get that
Yeah.
moisture
Oh,
thing.
yeah. Yeah.
Was that what was the biggest thing that you didn't like when you were testing all these cookies?
that they would end up dry or get hard fast if you leave them out. But I think we got it. There.
Everybody likes them. Have you heard any complaints about it so far?
Not yet, and I always ask for feedback, whether it's good or bad. Like, I'm a tough cookie.
'Cause
You can tell
literally,
me.
you're a tough
I
cookie.
am. You can tell me, like, hey, it's overcooked, it's undercooked, I found a hair in it. You can tell
Gosh,
me
this is
anything.
so yummy, though.
And
I can't
I'll-
imagine having bad feedback, except maybe that they want you to
Not
have
yet.
more
I
varieties.
haven't gotten any yet, but, you know, I'm open for. Oh my gosh, I lost the word.
You're open for criticism.
Yes,
You're open
I
for
am.
that.
I am.
So we have viewers from all over. We have a lot of viewers from LA. So if somebody
wow.
wanted some stuff from Los Angeles,
Yes, we ship.
There we go.
Yes.
Boom.
So shipping in California starts at $10.
Okay.
Anywhere else?
So you better get a lot of cookies.
Yes. Anywhere else outside of California starts at $15.
And then what is it? Is it like next day delivery? Because if for example, my nephew's birthday is like next week. What would I do? What would be the advance that you would need to know? And then would you do next day shipping, or it just depends what you want to spend?
It's usually 2-day shipping.
Okay.
Yeah, if you need it faster, we can definitely work something out. But regularly,
So you've
it's 2
been
days.
doing that? You've been shipping all over?
Yeah.
I thought you were
I
just
just
so busy
started.
doing. I thought you were so busy doing orders here because that's all I've seen is like you've been.
No, everybody's like, I get a lot of people from like Florida, North Carolina.
So you've really been shipping to
Yes,
Florida and like 2 days
yeah.
delivery, and they're getting that?
Yep. And they're fresh. They're not hard. They're soft.
That is so fascinating. Oh my gosh. And this seems like such a good. What I love about stuff like this is how unique it is. I think one of the biggest problems in giving gifts is just, everything's been done. You want to know, what can I give them? And with food, we always think, well, you can't really get food. It's not fresh. And,
Yeah.
we don't even like really ship chocolates. So they've been having freshness.
Yes, you can customize your cookie if you want like special gift and they only like certain type of cookies or candies. We can definitely do it for you.
This is the perfect gift.
It is. I think so.
And then you could put, like you said, you do decor on it, so you could put I could put my initials if I
yeah,
wanted that.
You can. I
What's the
just need-
craziest decor you've done? Because these are already like decorative as it is.
I haven't gotten anything crazy. Someone just ordered like a unicorn theme, so we
Right.
did
Or what if
that.
somebody went like SpongeBob? I don't know. I mean, are you open?
Yeah,
You're open
definitely.
to
I
things.
don't do like characters, but I can definitely do like the color theme or little charm on there, chocolate topping or something like that.
I love that Florida's been ordering and getting fresh cookies.
I'm excited.
I'm
My business is growing and I love doing this. It's time consuming, but it's just I just really enjoy doing it.
That is so amazing. Well, I see big things for you, Hurley. We got to keep focus on you. So Instagram, Facebook, and it's KZ Treats with the Z.
Yes.
And that's your
we're-
initials.
Yes.
Right now.
And we're working on a website, so that'll be up soon.
And Active, when are you going to start selling for them?
We are actually meeting up today and setting everything up, so we still don't have a date.
And it's going to be the same stuff you're selling at 559 Flash,
Yes,
basically, right?
yes.
The same, the Active meals
yep.
over there, and then so it's all going to be healthy. Well, are you going to have some fun stuff there? What
if they let me? Of course, yeah, of course.
I would tell Bob and be like, we have to have like the good stuff in
the
there.
real sugar stuff. Yes, definitely.
And are you open to linking with other meal trucks and other food vendors? that
Definitely,
wanna do
yeah.
that?
I love working with everybody in Fresno. So if anybody has any ideas, DM me.
And then for Los Angeles, when we get back to making movies, which is kind of like the goal that a lot of people are into in the industry, and a lot of the people that have been guests on this show, you could ship like kind of like a box of donuts to over there.
I can, definitely.
Well, you said shipping starts at 10. So if this box was full, how much would that be if I wanted it like in LA for the 2-day delivery?
For the in LA,
Like what you brought today, like how much would that have been shipping?
$10.
Just 10?
Yeah. So there's a certain size box, and you can put, I want to say up to like 4 pounds in there for the $10. Yeah.
So it's more about weight than how
Yes,
big the box
yes.
is. And then were they getting them like this? Because this is kind of loose. Was this? It wasn't falling
No, so
apart?
they come individually wrapped, and then
Okay.
yes, they're safe with bubble wrap inside of the box, so they're not moving around. So you'll
This
get,
is so amazing. This is going to be the perfect treats, Casey. I can't wait. I can't wait for someone's birthday to come, and then I'm like,
I know, I'm like waiting for my friends' birthdays or events, and I'm like, hey, I'll make you a cookie, I'll make you a cake. I just love, when people get like a custom treat, it just makes them happy.
So my last question for you is, because you're so ambitious and we really want to support women in business and doing this, did anybody inspire you? Did you go to some people and be like, or like Bobby, who started her own business and she's like very successful, the only kind of female that has a store of her kind because all of her, competitors are male. Did you go to some of these people for advice and be like, hey, I'm a young female starting this out. Can you tell me?
I haven't, and I really need to because I feel a little lost. Like I sometimes just, it's overwhelming, like the amount of work how much time it takes to actually get your business going. So I do need to talk to some people, maybe show me how it works.
And what happened? Did you go to them with this and they said, oh, can you make some healthy ones for my store? Or did you say, hey, I can make you, how did it work out like that? How did you
A lot of people have been messaging me asking for healthier, same thing, but they just want like low calories.
So Bobby kind of said that, was like, hey, can you bring...
I tried to give her some and she's like, no, you know what, I'm in prep, I can't have this right now. I'm like, damn it, I have to make something that she can have, something that she'd be able to enjoy. So yeah, we came up with the donuts, and I'm working. I really want to make a low calorie, low carb cookie, which is hard, but I'm working on it, and I'm gonna get it. We're close.
How long did it take you to get to where you were confident enough to actually sell these, where you're like, okay, now this is ready for the public?
That's hard. That's hard because I always ask myself, like, are these really that good to sell? Like, I still have that doubt, which is what I feel I need to talk to somebody about growing my business and how to, I don't know, I guess just my confidence. Because I haven't gotten any negative reviews, but it's just me that's kind of holding myself back.
But you're such a go-getter. I mean, I just love your ambition. I love that you wanted to do a bodybuilding competition. You went for it. You wanted this business. You went for it. You're going for photography.
I think what my problem is that I just want everything perfect.
Right.
Everything perfect. So, like, whether it's my photography, my cookies, my baking, I just want it to be perfect. And sometimes I just feel like it's still not there.
So with the bodybuilding, how'd you overcome that? And that's probably another reason I haven't, honestly, besides the diet. I'm like, oh my God, what if I lose? And then, it's like, and then you usually do at their first time. I don't know anybody who's really won their first one. How do you overcome that?
So when I did this show, I knew I wasn't ready, but I just did it for the experience. And I think you have to mentally prepare yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a very, like you said, it was a mental.
Yeah, because it's hard.
But you did it, and now you're like, I want to do it again.
Yes,
what makes
but
you think
perfect,
that?
because I wasn't ready when I did the first one.
But
that
you
I
liked
now,
the experience
yes,
so much that that's why you like it.
So now, the next time, it has to be perfect.
And you're going to get Bobby and Andy coaching you?
Andy, yeah.
I love those women, and I look up to them, so.
They're awesome. I love them. I want Bobby legs. For sure.
Thank you so much for coming on, Carla. I see big things for you. We're going to have you back throughout the time and see your progress.
I'd love to be here again
and bring you an ice cream sandwich.
Yes,
or a cake. Call it the sparkle.
Ooh, I'll work on it. Yes.
Thank you, Carla.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
You can have all day.